I see how fast I am?
Oh, we want you to know how fast you are.
Can I do it right now?
Go ahead, we're following you. His energy, his sassiness, his personality, like everything about his personality, he's so smart.
You ever seen a megalodon? He's a big giant shark. He's a big shark.
It's like an ankylosaurus.
It's a tortoise.
He likes to have conversations with every single person that he meets.
Are you on me, my friends?
Just talking about him makes me happy. I don't think I learned anything about anything before Bishop. It feels like he just started my life.
I remember when he was about 4 months old, he was attempting to start moving around on his own, independently. And we saw that some of his movements weren't quite functioning as they should.
His legs were really tight. Changing his diaper was tough. His primary care doctor said, let's just get an MRI and get him with a neurologist. The radiologist had read it as normal, but that they felt like he had, this cerebral palsy diagnosis. And that's kind of how our journey started.
It's definitely a challenge because I know he's got a lot of uphill battles that he has to face, and I don't want that for him, but at the same time, I know he can do it.
And I want to be faster than the other kids so I can be faster. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I'm not faster than the other kids.
We're going to do everything we can to give him the most typical, normal life as every other kid. I want him to be able to run at the zoo and run through the splash pad without having to be holding on to someone. It feels unfair sometimes because he can't keep up. We had private therapy twice a week, more OT, more speech. She was the one who recommended St. Louis Children's Hospital. She brought up SDR. And so I finally told myself, we have to go to St. Louis because I need to know if this is really gonna happen.
1, 2, 3, go.
Knowing that they were able to set me up there with that team for the first 6 weeks, I was ready for it to happen. I was ready to get over the hump to see where we were gonna be. I did look at a lot of programs across the country, but what makes St. Louis so appealing and Dr. Rowland so appealing, all of the team there is part of that historical moment where Dr. Park has done this for all these children and they've worked with him. So having that support for Dr. Rowland really made me feel comfortable, and they felt so confident about Bishop.
When I first met Bishop, he was still ambulatory. He could get around on his own 2 feet, but it was very hard for him. That type of patient is a fantastic candidate for the selective dorsal rhizotomy program because after the procedure, and we release that spasticity and make great strides in his walking.
But they'll give you those updates saying we're marching along.
Can you run to the table and back again? Run.
When we talk about our child's health and his future, we want the best of the best.
Hey guys.
This is the place because it's the place that everybody from the whole world comes.
Then from there, that third phone call will be when we're closing that incision check, make sure we're all on the same page, and then we'll get ready to go. You'll still have time for hugs and kisses.
You don't know what's gonna happen. You're trusting all these people with your child's life. She said to be an hour before they even I try to just be normal, eat breakfast, drink coffee, try not to really think about all the bad things that can happen. And they come out and they tell you everything's going great, surgery's going great, here's an update, we've just done this and that. And so that's it's good to have that support. You're waiting, and then they're like, let's bring you in this room. They just finished, Dr. Rowland wants to come out and talk to you. And you just freeze up. He's like, surgery was perfect. Everything went flawlessly. He was great. And, that was a huge relief. The teams on both floors were amazing for him.
Yeah, and then big blue.
He still had some tightness in his tendons and he needed to work on stretching and needed to work on a lot of therapy, but we immediately saw a decrease in his spasticity.
We had to physically get him the range of motion that he needed to get his heels down, and then we needed to retrain his habits to be able to go home and continue his progress there.
He was on the couch and he was sitting on his knees and he was like, oh, and he just pulled his leg out, like no big deal. And I've never seen that happen. And that was just a few weeks after we got home and I was like, oh my God, he's doing things on his own that he was never doing before.
As he continues to improve over time, those benefits from the SDR procedure are just going to continue to shine more and more.
I just really want him to be the best that he can be at whatever his situation is going to come from. I have no doubt that thus far what he's done, that's going to be the case.
They've changed our life. They have. Like, I see a future for him. I want him to be able to go faster and not worry about me. Now I can.